There was no shortage of heroes Sunday night at Sunrise Hospital. It's the closest trauma center to the Las Vegas Strip and got the most patients. As the injured streamed in, so did 100 doctors and 100 nurses. Today, some shared their memories of that awful night.
We have multiple casualties. GSW's in the medical tent. Multiple casualties. We can't worry about victims. We need to stop the shooter before we have more victims. We got one shot in the head.
Ambulances were just coming from everywhere. There were pickup trucks with patients just cutting in front of me and just trying to come right to the emergency room.
Sunrise Hospital and Medical Center's Administrative Director of Emergency Services, Dorita Sonderecker, ER Dr. Jason Katz, and Medical Director Scott Scher were in the middle of the chaos as the wounded flooded in.
There was blood everywhere, and there were, honestly, I want to say, bodies on stretchers everywhere.
Oh my God.
The patients kept rolling in, and we're just trying to find placement for everybody.
Scott, what did you see?
All penetrating wounds. I mean, whether it was shrapnel or whether it was direct hits, the sickest patients were the ones that had direct hits to the torso or the abdomen, and gunshot wounds to the head.
As all these patients are coming in, are you in your head wondering what's happened?
None of us really truly knew what happened. We didn't know how many people were shot. We didn't know how many assailants and things like that.
You don't have the time. You don't have time to ask those questions.
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you have places to put everybody?
So all of a sudden, an influx of over 200 patients, when we were already busy, was a challenge. And I think the most important thing that I felt and saw that night was a calmness throughout the chaos. We knew we just had to remain calm, take care of the patients, triage, and keep going. And honestly, it was at some point it became just space. If there was a hallway space, a patient went there. If there was an empty chair, a patient went there.
I'm sure you've seen a lot in a hospital. What surprised you, good or bad, about what you saw?
No matter how many patients we had 214 patients that night. And the communication you would think would be broken, but the communication was so impressive.
One thing surprised me is, seeing a lot of these people that were shot and things and families, is how well they handle it. And that to me is amazing.
The patients actually said, he's hurt more than I am. I'm going to go back here and let them have my bed.
You see this from a completely different side than most people. What do you take away from this?
How horrific this was and the evil that's out there. And number two, the sense of humanity that was shared with our community, with the caregivers that, came in to help. And last night, when I got home, I had tears. I had tears of joy, of pride of our team and our community, and tears of sadness.
They did an extraordinary job at Sunrise on Sunday night and Monday morning, and all the families I have spoken with are profoundly grateful.